from a very cold south of England. It has snowed today. I don't know what's going on with the planet. Right. So today I've been asked to talk a little bit about. Well, the question really was, how do I deal with loneliness as an artist? Loneliness is a very difficult subject for an artist, because I kind of feel like they come hand in hand, you know. It's kind of like, be an artist, well, you're going to spend a lot of time alone. Be a writer, you're going to spend a lot of time alone, you know. It's like, by choosing the fact that you're going to be an artist, does kind of say you're going to spend a lot of time alone. And it's just part of dealing with being an artist and spending so much time on pieces of artwork. And as horrible as it sounds, it is part of it. Obviously some of those difficulties come with, you know, you need that time alone to make something that's special, spend time on perfecting your art and your skill. And then at the same time, when you're finished, it's kind of like no one's there. And there's no one there to kind of feel this kind of excitement that you've had and your achievement, and there's no one there to share it with. I know that it's kind of a similar thing for musicians when they're on stage and they're singing and there's people cheering and they're so full of adrenaline and they're so full of excitement, and then they kind of get off stage, they put on their coat, they jump in their car and they drive home to an empty house, or they've got a long drive home back. And that's also kind of that part of the big high and the down. And so for me, the best way to kind of deal with loneliness is to kind of try to enjoy your own company as much as that's possible. You know, I think the more you get into your drawing, the more you get into this achievement of things, the more you get into finishing a piece and looking at it and being able to laugh at it and feel something about it, gives you that little bit of extra comfort, you know. And, you know, the good side of it is, to be an artist, you've got to be a kind of a crazy fun type of person anyway, you know. So enjoy being with yourself, enjoy you. The more you enjoy being you, the more you'll enjoy your art, and the more you enjoy your art, the more you'll enjoy you. So I kind of feel like they feed off each other. Well, I went through a period when I actually came out of hospital. I had a time in hospital. It was quite difficult, and when I came out, I was very alone, and I actually put all that into these books, these Worry Lips books that I made. And that was a great help for me. I did 3 books of it. That's 2. And book 3. And those books were really kind of, can you see that one? This light here is very strong. And they kind of had a lot of things in there that, you know, I kind of had this one here where I kind of drew what I thought was loneliness, which is this kind of creature. And that's Worry Lips at the top of the hill there. And it kind of says, Norman decided to sit as far away from loneliness as possible to teach it a lesson. And that's kind of like, you kind of have to pull yourself away from that loneliness feeling, you know. And it's difficult to be lonely or be alone. So try to use your loneliness. I mean, it helped with me about these books that I did. There was a lot of thoughts of loneliness, and the Worry Lips books kind of helped me through a lot of it, you know, this type of feeling of going crazy, you know, and what is going through your mind. And there's lots of little phrases in this book, and that really helped me to express how I felt, you know, even stuff like that, you know. We've all had that day, right? And so use your kind of feelings also into your art. It's a very, very expressive way to do it. I hope that helps. I hope that helps in some small way. You know, I don't have many people around me when I'm doing my artwork. But in this modern time, I find that I have this like video call, which is you know, it's an amazing thing for today. You can kind of talk with people by video, you know, and that's almost as good as having the people here. My sister's a very artistic person as well, so on that side I feel very lucky because I got somebody who's kind of half crazy as well to help, you know. It's like when I'm going through some kind of difficult thoughts and moments, you kind of give somebody to kind of hang out with. But I do feel like trying to put your work into something, you know, what does this kind of loneliness mean to you? I mean, how would you deal with it? How would you draw it? In the same way that I drew what I thought loneliness was, like some kind of long-nosed walrus, and it was just a way of kind of getting it out. And anyway, I hope these books will help you. I did a whole set of them. I did 3 of them, and you can buy it in a bigger book as well. And there's lots of images there. I mean, even on the cover of that one, you can see this kind of monster that's tempting him with a rose. Can you see that one? And for me, it was that kind of feeling of the dark side of loneliness, the dark side of being alone, the dark side of having no one around you. It's kind of tempting, and it's kind of pulls you forward. And I feel the best way to do it is to draw. The best way to kind of deal with it is to put some of you into what you're drawing. And I think it kind of breaks that difference between being alone or being by yourself. And being by yourself sometimes can be a very, very beautiful feeling. You know, sometimes my best moments are on my own, and I'm drawing and I'm feeling something, and everything starts to kind of work. Everything starts to have that special moment between me and this piece of artwork, me and this drawing, me and this ink on paper. And sometimes you can kind of treat your artwork almost as a friend. Treat that experience as you would with a person. And for me, that really helps a lot, to kind of feel like I'm sharing something. I'm getting my inside to come out, to show the outside, if that makes sense. So I would love to hear from you, if any thoughts about what we've been talking about. I'm going to do some drawing now to kind of lift the moment, to lift the thing. I've got some greetings cards that I'm working on at the moment, and I'm going to try and bring some light-hearted moments in, and I hope you'll enjoy watching those. Send me a message, and thanks for watching. Thank you. Well, hello. So we're going to try and think of our inner feelings here about what does loneliness look like, and we're just going to draw down some kind of silly, ugly, funny creature. And no plan. We're just going to go with what we feel. From what we know about keeping things simple, we know about simple shapes. And so, again, let's just try. And I'm going to start off with a nice big juicy inky start. And that looks good for me. Now, can we have a bit more of that? And that kind of gives me a lovely feeling there for a crazy haircut. Like, like maybe he's so kind of goofy that he's got this crazy hair. And we give him some big googly eyes to start with. Maybe even try and just draw it out. What does loneliness look like to you? You might look very, very different to what loneliness looks like for me. And I would love to see what you come up with. I would love to see some of your drawings and see just sit yourself down and think, okay, so what is loneliness? What does he look like? Or what she look like? And then just try and draw it out. For me, loneliness must be a very lonely, sad type of person, going around making people feel uncomfortable. And so that's what I'm going to start him off with. I'm going to give him a bit of an odd haircut. And we're just going to see where it takes us. I'm going to give him some, see, there's a little kink in the ink there, and that just, when I'm drawing those little things there, just say, draw me, finish me, do something with me. And those little indications always I like to follow, because it's telling me that the drawing wants to go that way. So I follow a lot of the indications that my kind of inner feeling comes with these drawings. And that already kind of has changed his expression so much from this kind of looking off to the side. I mean, that's like a gift, And I'm going to take that. I'm going to keep those lines underneath his eyes because I quite like that. Get rid of that. That's kind of looking nice so far. I like that. That's really, really nice. Let me get some more wrinkles going up there behind his hair. So he's kind of looking like quite a nervous, kind of worried little man, which is what he should be, because, nobody likes being lonely. Nobody likes loneliness. So let's see if you can kind of have a little bit of fun today and just let loneliness out. Draw it out, and what does he look like? And I think at least then maybe every time you get lonely, you can think of this silly creature that you drew, and maybe you won't feel so bad. Maybe you'll kind of feel a little bit sorry for him, maybe, Maybe this kind of drawing of what loneliness looks like might actually help you, Maybe it will make you feel a little bit kind of, I don't know, kind of like poor little kid, poor little creature. Loneliness looks like this. And that might be a beautiful way to think about things. Already I feel already I kind of feel a little bit kind of sorry for this poor little guy, you know. I'm almost feeling like his shoulders are coming up, you know, like he's kind of hunched in, like, ooh. And that's making me feel better about loneliness already, you know. Let's give him a couple of real odd, goofy teeth that are sticking up from the bottom. And everybody has got a tooth in their head that they don't like. I was just to the dentist this week. I broke a tooth. And no, I wasn't eating chocolate or toffee, or I was actually eating an olive. Can you believe that? An olive. And this olive, for some reason, it was like a kind of a jalapeno and olive. Oh, I love those. And and for some reason I was kind of chewing away on it, and I was like, oh wow, something hard's in this one. And the something hard was my tooth. I pulled the whole thing off. So I had to go to the dentist. So that's where I was yesterday. He probably noticed I wasn't drawing. Should we give him the... Oh yeah, we're talking about shoulders, right? We're going to bring up his shoulder. So I'm going to bring up his shoulder here. So that's where I was yesterday. I wasn't drawing. I was in the dentist. And getting half of my tooth put back on. And when I was waiting at the station, it was kind of like a little bit cold when I left, but I got on the station and then this massive burst of snow. I don't know where it came from. Probably up in Scotland somewhere. And it just burst through. And it was just amazing how the wind just picked this thing up. Picked up the snow and just was like this, you know, it's like in the North Pole or something, you know. And it was quite an incredible journey, going to the dentist. And again, that's, you know, that's something again. It's like about this kind of loneliness thing that we were talking about. You know, I went to the dentist and I was on my own, and, you know, it's like, then the snow happened. And because the snow happened, it became this kind of beautiful adventure. You know? I mean, I kind of... It was lovely. I mean, very special. Anyway, he kind of pulled my tooth out. Oh, not pulled it out. He kind of drilled a big hole in it. And then... So I wasn't very happy about that. And but it was lovely. They're very friendly people, and he did a great job. Well, hopefully he did a great job. I hope he's going to stay there. I don't like going to the dentist too often. So I'll give him this little short arm. I'm trying to think of what I can do there. Should I give him a little fat belly, or should I just kind of shrink him down? Or so if I'm not sure about that, I'm going to go back up to the top, because I'm loving that crazy kind of monkey face that he's got. And I'm kind of going to go back in and I'm going to give him a big kind of bum chin. We were talking about chins before, weren't we? Some actor that had a... So that's where I was yesterday at the dentist, having my tooth drilled into and filled up. I don't know. I don't know. Just by me talking about the snow and everything, I'm just thinking about, could I get a little umbrella in there, like, almost like my loneliness at the station yesterday in the snow. And so I'm thinking, what can I do there? Can I get a hand in there? Of course we can. We can draw anything, can't we? Yes, we can. Can you draw it? Yes, we can. Was that like Bob the Builder or something? Just give him a nice big... Let's move that jar out of the way. That jar is just ink. I know it's a lot of kind of use of ink, but... and then that is a greyed down version of that. And that is a jar of slops. It's kind of how I want to wash something, I put it in there, and it gives me all these strange kind of reds and stuff like that in it. So it's kind of like a nice kind of call it my puke jar, because it's like just a mess of everything in it, all different shades and greys and reds, and there we have. So this is me and my loneliness at the station, okay? Right, what have I got there? I got a little center line there, so I'm going to have my little top of my umbrella. Again, these are not planned, these are just having beautiful fun, just us. Just drawing and talking and having fun. And that's the amazing thing, it's like you can just kind of draw whatever you feel. And I would love to see if you guys can tell me what your loneliness looks like, because this is definitely what my loneliness looks like. And he's got this little tiny umbrellas. It's not even big enough to cover his head, That's all the snow falling down there. And that's a little umbrella. That's funny. That is nice. I like that. What are you thinking? Let's draw a little curly bit of the umbrella. That is fabulous. So, we are drawing our loneliness. I hope you're drawing your loneliness while you're watching this. And you're going to send it to me and show me what your loneliness looks like. Let's give him a little ugly ear. That's good. That's coming along nicely, that. Give him a little earring. That's kind of fun. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Maybe this is a great thing that you could draw out your fears, If you're feeling nervous about something, you could just kind of think of what is my fear? What am I afraid of? And just kind of draw it out. I'm going to give him a little shirt there. How are we thinking? Do we like it? I like the idea of giving him a little bit of a kind of checkered jacket, yeah. Like a kind of tartan type of jacket. I was wearing a jacket yesterday, jacket and a shirt. I don't know why I do that. If I go to the dentist or I go to the doctor or something, I always kind of put a shirt and jacket on. So my loneliness did the same thing. He put a nice jacket on. Imagine this jacket to be like a kind of like a pea green type of thing, like pea soup or something like that. And that's another great thing when you're drawing. You can start to think about the colors and imagine what color you would paint this. Maybe this is one I'll paint up, maybe. And that's his little tartan jacket there. What have I got there? Jar away. I'm just going to soak that ink a little bit, getting a little bit drippy there, and I don't want it to come down and ruin my drawing. I'm just going to dry it up a little bit. You have to do that sometimes. You catch something that's all the ink is kind of running down to a point and it's just on the edge of so right. And this is the other arm that's holding up the umbrella. That umbrella's cute. So that was me at the station with my loneliness, and the snow was falling. And he had an umbrella, but it was too small. Mind you, I had nothing. I had no idea it was going to snow. I thought it was going to be a lovely day, but in the middle of March in England, and it starts snowing. I'm down in the south of England, and I'm hoping that the sun is going to start coming in and make me feel like I'm happy to be in the south of England. Just give them a couple of little flies flying around. Maybe by the thought of having some flies kind of gives this feeling that maybe my loneliness is a bit stinky and smelly. Well, we don't want to paint our loneliness too nice, do we? Because he makes us kind of feel bad. He makes us feel nervous and all of that. So we're going to draw our loneliness and kind of give him a few little comical ways, shall we say. So this is loneliness. This is my loneliness. What does your loneliness look like? Get those pens out and do some drawing, huh? Let's just shade that down so we can see that a bit more clear. Ooh, a bit thick there. Go off. What a lovely exercise today, just to kind of do that. We're going to do a big gnarly hand there. And I love drawing these big chunky fingers and big chunky hands. You know that. So this is going to be a fun one for today. Just copying over all the hairs from... don't do that when I'm doing hairs. When you get that little blob of paper on your nib and you start to draw little thin things like hairs, it drives me crazy. I sold about 5 mugs today from my shop, so I'm very pleased. From all the cats that I used to draw on cat books. So thank you to that person who bought my mugs. Very, very happy. In some, can't remember where it was in America. North Wington? Norwington? Something like that. Not very up on my American places. I wonder how many people in America watch my drawings. That would be interesting. I know there's, I think there was like 12, was it 14,000? I can't remember. How many people have been watching my YouTube channel? Like 14,000 people or something. I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, a really huge big thank you for all those people. I mean, it's just incredible. 14,000 people listening to me yakking away. Alright, gonna have to have something here. These, I kind of shouldn't have made that too short, but I'm gonna go there. But maybe that's part of the story here. Maybe he does have little legs. What kind of legs could I give him? Maybe I don't give him legs. Well, I don't give him legs. What could I give him? A wheel? Maybe I could... Oh, hang on. I've got an idea what we could do with him. Okay. This is where it starts to get really crazy. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for what my... for what my loneliness, what is it gonna look like? Ew, you're gonna have a shock here. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna make you wait another minute while I draw my checkers on my jacket. But I've got a good idea what I'm gonna do with these legs. You wait and see this. I'm quite sure you're not expecting this. So I'm going to make you wait a couple of seconds while I do this, finish this jacket and arm off. Let's give it buttons for his jacket. That's coming on quite nice. This is crazy. I hope you are drawing your loneliness. What does it look like? What does it look like to you, you know? I mean, that's a really special idea. I should have probably mentioned that at the beginning. Yes! That is him. That is my loneliness man. There he is. That's done. Yep, that's done. Let's just give that a little bit of shading in there just to kind of show that it's behind him. Let's just put some little hearts on his umbrella just to show his soft inner side. Maybe he's a nice guy inside, but he's making me feel lonely, so, you know, I'm not going to be kind to him today. I'm not going to be nice to him. Especially I drew all those flies and everything up there. Right, you ready for this? Here comes the legs. This is what my loneliness is to me. Oh, what's he doing, you're saying? I can hear it. What's he doing? What's he doing? That doesn't look like eggs. That's right, it doesn't look like legs. Can you guess what I'm doing to him? I'm gonna give him a big fishy tail. And that's what my loneliness is. He's a big fish. That is good. I like that. My fishy. I like fish. I don't know why I did fish, but I love eating fish. Something beautiful about eating fish. I love fish. I'm going to give him some scales on his body, on his tail. I think that's going to be fun. Look at that. So every time I think about being lonely now, I'm going to think of this silly creature. And it won't make me feel loneliness anymore. It'll make me feel like he's silly and I shouldn't be worried about him. Well, that was an interesting twist to our drawing, wasn't it? You see, that wasn't planned. We didn't plan it. We just expressed our inner feeling, expressed our sense of fun. And it shows again how special we are. Being an artist, you can kind of do anything. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, won't you? And if you do get a chance, pop over to my Etsy shop and have a look at some of the prints and some of the mugs and the t-shirts and all that type of stuff. There's lots over there. And on Amazon for books. I know some of you keep writing to me and asking about books. There's lots of books. I showed you some books at the intro there with the worry lips. And there's cat books there, and there's children's books there. There's a lot. I think there's about 150 books, so got lots and lots and lots to choose from. That is so cool. I like that. So that's what my loneliness looks like, is it? Well, he's not so scary after all, is he? In fact, he's not scary at all. Just going to thicken up that line around his hand so we can kind of see it a little bit better. Right. What do you think? That is my loneliness. fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. That is my loneliness. And I'm going to be very happy to sign this one. I'm going to be very happy to put my name on this one. For the simple reason that I have drawn out my loneliness. And he's not going to make me feel bad anymore. And I think you should too. I hope you've enjoyed today's drawing, and I hope you enjoyed our little chats and our drawing sessions. I hope you do. It means a lot to me that all the people that send me comments and stuff. I'm always excited to read your comments and see what you guys think about everything. Always a pleasure. And that's my name there. I'm Kieron Seamons. And thank you very much for watching today. You have made my day, drawing out my loneliness. And what a fantastic day it was. Do you like it? Let me know in the comments. Come on, let's hear from you. Again, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm Kieron Seamons, and I want to say thank you very much. And I will see you again very soon for another drawing. Okay? Bye-bye. See you again soon. As always, I like to show you a nice close-up of what we've been drawing so you can see all the way all the ink falls and the way the ink sits. And there's the flies and the umbrella. And there's his little body with his shrugged up shoulder. And we went down and then we added this crazy tail. Like he's some kind of slippery fish. That's me. Look at that. Look at the ink. Oh, it looks delicious. Fantastic. Look at all that. Oh, I love it. So, that was today. My loneliness. And I really look forward to seeing your loneliness. Send me some messages, send me some drawings, and I come back and see me again very soon. Bye bye, loneliness. See you again soon. Bye.